A gospel music tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King, Monday at 7:30.
Today, our champion, Jim Orlandi of Westfield, Massachusetts, faces the challenge of Joe Schifferdecker of Cambridge, Massachusetts, on Candlepin bowling. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Candlepin Bowling. I'm Don Gillis, and as always, I'm glad you could join us here at the Fairway in Natick, Massachusetts, for 3 strings of Candlepin bowling, total pinfall determining our winner. Now, each of our bowlers will take home a permanent souvenir that comes from the Ace Trophy Company of Boston. Obviously, the larger of the two will go to today's winner. We have guaranteed prize money of $1,200. $700 of that goes to the winner. $350 goes to the runner-up. $50 available to the winner of each string, and obviously, should they tie in a string, they would each receive $25. I have a gift certificate here worth $50 from True Value Hardware Stores and Home Centers. That will go to our marksman of the day, the bowler with the most marks. There are other opportunities for our bowlers to get a little richer, and you know most of those, but I'll remind you as the program goes along. But now let's meet to today's bowlers, shall I? Joe, how are you?
I'm very good, Don.
I know that the folks who watch all the time have seen you on the Candlepin doubles, but for some of the folks perhaps who are seeing you for the first time here, your name is a little unusual in the sense that it's rather long, Shipperdecker, and I'm assuming that that has German extraction.
That's correct. It is German. It means basically means shipbuilder in German.
I see. Okay, but you're not a shipbuilder. It says here you're a sales consultant.
Yes, I work for First Office Furniture, and I'm an outside sales consultant in the Boston area.
Which means you're on the road a lot, huh?
Yes, I'm out every day.
How do you bowl in different places if you have to stay someplace else when you're on the road?
No, it's basically the Boston area, so I pick all the bowling alleys in Boston.
All right, good. And so you've been trying and you finally made it. And Jim, after 5 unsuccessful trips down here from Westfield, finally did it, huh?
I didn't bowl very well, but it's nice to last more than 1 week anyway.
That's right, because you had some tough ones. So I was looking over your man. You ran into some heavy hitters, right?
Peter Flynn, Tommy Olstad,
Yeah.
guys like that.
Man, we don't know about this guy, but let's see. Well, a 118 average and a 479, 192. Pretty good numbers. Good luck to you, Joe, on your first time. And Jim, always nice to have you here. We'll get underway right after this.
Candlepin Bowling is sponsored in part by True Value Hardware, your store of first choice.
Now leading off, our challenger, Joe Schifferdecker of Cambridge. Joe's league average is 118, his high single 192, his high triple 477. Two, 4, 7, and 9 are still there. He's representing the 20th Century Lanes of Hyde Park. He had a 701 in winning his roll-off, and as I've always reminded you, those roll-off scores are for 5 strings, so he begins with a 9. Joe is single and has already explained that he is a sales consultant. And he has a hammer. Now Jim Orlandi of Westfield. League average 122. The triangle over on the right that he's aiming at is made up of the 6, 9, and 10. Got 2/3 of it. 9-pin would not go, even though a piece of wood did roll up against it. So he has a 10. Jim's high single, 189. His high triple, 499. Think how happy you'd be to roll a 499, and then how unhappy you'd be that you didn't make it 500. That would really be mixed emotions, wouldn't it? He has 1 pin to pick up. It is the 10 pin. And he's watching. There are a couple of pieces of wood, and I know he's concerned about whether the wood might divert the ball. Nope, he went right at it and got it. You'll note up on the top that Joe's name would not completely fit. We never expected anybody to have a name that had more than 10 letters. First ball, he gets him 6. 2, 4, 7, and the 3 over on the right with wood alongside it. Oh, a beauty! Oh, take another look at that one. Take another look at the way he used the wood and the 3-pin, and so he has 2 marks in a row, 3 marks in a row. Any combination of strikes or spares in the same string establishes a bonus of $50. See if he can do it. 2 full. Not quite a complete spread eagle, since he also left the 9, but he did take out the 1, 5, and 8. And got everything except the 3-pin coming back, but the fill, of course, was only 3. Nine. Jim Orlandi. Big fill. Got 9. Needs the 6-pin for another mark. He has 2 in a row. Let's see if Jim Orlandi can put together 3 marks in a row. Any combination, strikes or spares, same string. Then, of course, there's always the big one, and that's for 3 strikes in a row, an extra bonus of $1,000. 7 is the fill, and the 3 pins remaining are the 4 and 6 plus the 7, or if you prefer, 4, 7 over on the left with wood in front of it, and the 6 alone over on the right. Boy, great try. Got the 4, 7 and sent a piece of wood dancing across and almost got that 6-pin. He gets it for a 10. Okay, we have come to the end of 4 boxes in the first string. And that's where we take a check on the scoreboard as usual. After 4, it is defending champion Jim Orlandi, 56, and challenger Joe Schifferdecker, 51. Here's our challenger, and I did explain to you already that we couldn't fit his entire name on. He needs to pick up just the 5 for a spare, and the way we were able to squeeze it on there and still be able to have you know exactly what it was to just... He gets a spare to eliminate the vowels. His full name is Schifferdecker. He gets 7 as the fill and is left with the 1, 2, 10. And he made it. Our defending champion, Jim Orlandi. Two full spread eagle. 3, 6, 10 on the right. 2, 4, 7 on the left. No wood. That's the left side. He's waiting because there's a piece of wood rolling over near the 3, and he makes the 10. And the left-hander throws a strike. It was slow motion, but he got it. Now our challenger, Joe Schifferdecker. Remember, he has 2 marks in a row again. 2 pull on the head pin. Almost a spread eagle. The 10 also went down, so it's 2-4-7 on the left, 3-6 on the right. Took care of the right side and also the 7 pin. It's a 9. Three 6 on the right, 4-7 on the left, and there is wood in between the 4 and the 7. Got the right side. And a 10. 102. And a couple of boxes still to go. That's through 8. Jim Orlandi working on a strike. Got 9 down with the first ball. He's got the 4 pin to pick up. And that would give him 2 marks in a row. He got it, but he knows that he didn't hit it clean the way he wanted to. He bounced it off a piece of wood rather than going right at it. But you know something? Looking at that scoreboard, it looks exactly the same. No matter how they go. 4 horsemen left side remain as he gets 6. Will they go? Yes! And that's $50 in bonus money. Leading by 10, our defending champion. Now the challenger, Joe Schifferdecker, on the line. He's facing 1-3-7. Just missed the 1. Got the 3. It's a 9. 111. His league average, I remind you again, is 118. Held that one a fraction too long and punched out the left side, half Worcester, 2 and 8. Right down the same spot. So he gets a good out. It's an 8. .119, 1 pin better than his average. And Jim Orlandi picks up 5 as a fill on his spare. He still has the 1, 3, 9 plus 4 and 7. 4 and 7 and 9 still there. Nine. Our defending champion, Jim Orlandi, has all the bonus money in the first string, $50 for 3 marks in a row, and he's already won the first string, so he has another. He had a spare lead, but took out only 1. He had the 3, 9, and 10, and got just the 9. Final score of the first string, defending champion Jim Orlandi, 136, and today's challenger Joe Schifferdecker of Cambridge, 119. In the middle string, our defending champion leads it off. Here's Jim Orlandi of Westfield, Massachusetts. Four horsemen, right side. 1, 3, 6, 10. Six and 10 still there. A 10 box. All kinds of body English up here, and it worked as the 10 pin went down, and he's left with the 8. If that piece of wood stays out of the way so that he can get at it. And he's right on it for the spare. Now our challenger, Joe Schifferdecker. He's too full on the head pin, almost a spread eagle. The 7 went down also, but he has 3, 6, 10 on the right, 2 and 4 on the left. Six and 10 out of there. Now he'll go for the 2 and 4. And gets just the 4 and leaves the goalpost, 2 and 3. Our high-low jackpot, 1-7-10, at the conclusion of the program will be worth $350. Winner will get first try at it, then the runner-up. And if neither hits it, we add $25 every week. Ralph Stewart, our lob line judge and referee, going down to get a piece of wood which has come this side of the deadwood line. Again, I remind you, the deadwood line is exactly 24 inches from the middle of the head pin toward the bowler. Anything which is behind that is in play. Anything touching it or this side of it has to be removed. Nice shot as he had the 3 and the 9 and made it for the spare. Jim Orlandi coming up to throw the bonus ball on his spare in the second. He gets 7 and leaves 1, 3, 10. Jim is married and father of 2 daughters, Lisa and Ashley. 3, 6 go, but not the 10. Our home viewer jackpot is up to $1,000. And when we have a winner, we dump out all the cards and start all over again. How about that? got the 1 and the 9, and that's all. Our crew today, Dick Erickson, Roger Rice, Skip Peabody, and Joe Sukar. Al Giglio keeping score on the electronic scoreboard. Keith Williams keeping score on the big board. For the folks here, Don Riley is our statistician and coordinator. Phil Rubin is our producer and director. Our challenger, and a hammer, and a real hammer for Joe Schifferdecker. Ralph Stewart is our lob line judge and referee, as you know. He bounced that one off the football line, and it may have just diverted it enough. So he got only 2, the 3 and the 9. Went too far to the left that time, and there are still 5 pins there, so the fill on the strike was 5, and now he will try to recover by getting the 2, and no, he just got the 2 with the, so he left 4 pins, and it's a 6. Once again, a check on the scoreboard. Jim Orlandi, our defending champion, was leading 136-119 after 1. After 4 boxes here in the middle string, it is our challenger, Joe Schifferdecker of Cambridge, who leads Jim Orlandi 49-44. Here's our defending champion, Jim Orlandi, on the line as we come to the halfway point of the match. He didn't like that right after he delivered it and kind of kicked out with his left foot as much as to say, I wish I could bring that in a little bit better. He has 1, 3, 4, 7. And the 3 was the only one that went. The reaction from the crowd here was as that 3 went bouncing around from sidewall to sidewall, but didn't get anything. An 8. Got some backdoor action, and everything is down now except the 10. Waiting for some wood to roll around. There it goes. Challenger, Joe Schifferdecker. Oh, boy, that hurts. As soon as he delivered the ball, Ralph Stewart, who sits right on the lob line, hollered out lob, so it didn't matter where the ball was going to go. It was a lob. The thing that hurt was it turned out to be a strike. Joe comes back and fires another one. This time, because it's with the second ball, it becomes a spare. He gets 6 and leaves the 1, 8, 6, 10. So close to making another. The 8-pin didn't go. A 9 box. Jim Orlandi is working on a spare. He got a break. 6-pin went down, so he is left with 4 and 7. Gets a drop of 8. For spare. Oh, missed the 4-pin. Got the 7. Stayed too close to the gutter all the way down. Now missed it on the right, so it's a 9. Object pin becomes the 3. He has over on the right the 3, 5, 6, and 10, and alone on the left is the 7. I want to mention 2 other folks who work on this program in post-production videotape. That's George Ellard and Doug DeWitt. Our challenger, Joe Schifferdecker. Four horsemen plus the 8-pin on the left, 10-pin over on the right with wood in front of it. Ralph Stewart, our lob line judge and referee. And you can see that he's in the perfect position to call a lob because the lob line is right between his feet all the way across, and he watches the ball as it, no one can see it better than he. Or as they say in those commercials, nobody. Too full for Joe Schifferdecker. Two and 4 on the left, 3, 6, and 10 on the right. No wood to help. That's the right side. The NBA's Bill Bolton wants me to remind you again that the 1990 statewide tournament starts earlier this year on March 31st. And, of course, the finals of the adult portion you have seen right here on Channel 5 in Boston. One thing new this year is the adult 100% handicap tournament. Everything down except the kingpin, the 5 for Jim Orlandi. The youth events, singles, doubles, teams will start during vacation week in April. He has it for a spare. So you watch your local NBA center for information and the entry blanks, because they'll be available in February. Jim gets 5. And essentially what he has is diamond right plus the 10. It's made up of the 3, 5, 6, and 9 plus the 10. And he made it! $113. And another ball to throw. Six more. 119. Now our challenger. Joe leaves the 1 and the 3. Oh, got a break because he had missed it. But he got sidewall action and made it. And as a result, has a bit of a sheepish grin on his face as he comes over to lane 3 to roll in the 10th box. puts a strike on that. Two bonus balls to roll. Here's the first. That got him 5, 6, 4, I guess it is. Yeah, there's another pin in the back, the 9 pin. And a complete miss. So 4 was the only fill that he got. However, he did pick up $50 in bonus money for winning the middle string. He won that 126 to 119, but the important score is the score after 2. And our defending champion, Jim Orlandi, leads that one by 10, 255 to 245. Third string getting underway with today's challenger, Joe Schifferdecker of Cambridge, trailing by 10. He has the 1, 2, and 7, with wood in between the 2 and the 7. Missed that one badly. Did not even touch the 1 and the 3. 7 is gone. Right on them that time for a 10. One, 2, 4, 8 on the left, 6 and 10 on the right. No wood. Pow! That was done with authority. Now Jim Orlandi. And Jim has 2 to pick up. They are not adjacent to each other, but there are a couple of pieces of wood that will help you. It's a 3 and the 10. He got it. So Jim begins the third string, leading by 10, and fires a spare in the first box. Half Worcester right side, punching out 2, the 3 and the 9. That time he just punched out the 2 pin. He leaves 4, 7, 6, 10 as he gets a 6. Now our challenger, Joe Schifferdecker, working on a spare in the second. It's unbelievable, but he just threw a strike, but it was a lob, and it was called again by Ralph Stewart instantly, and you could tell by the sound that time because the ball had traveled a fairly long distance before it touched the deck. It's a 6. Boy, that hurt. 2 lobs have cost him 2 strikes. But that's why we have a lob line judge. We do things strictly by the rules. And when you win here, you are winning strictly by the rules. Boy, that was close. He left the 10 pin. So close to making the spare. It's a 9. The hand for Ralph Stewart as he goes down to pick up a loose ball. Jim Orlandy is facing now the 1, 3, 6, 4, 7. No wood. And he misses them all. It's 2 consecutive 6s for Jim Orlandy. So despite the fact that Joe Schifferdecker lost a fill of 10 on his spare, he still leads in this string by 2 pins. Single pin to pick up is the 10, and Jim Orlandy has it for a spare. Here's our challenger on the line, Joe Schifferdecker, and he leaves 4 horsemen right side, plus the 7 pin on the left, with wood in front of the 7. He got the 4 horsemen, but there wasn't quite enough power in anything that was going over there to knock down the 7. It's a 10. While I think of it, next week's challenger will be Bob Shepard of Beverly. One, 2, 4, 7, 8, 10. Got the 1 and the 8. It's a 7 box. So since being called for that second lob, which cost him the 10 pins and had to shake him up a little bit, Joe has rolled a 6, 9, 10, and 7. For Jim Orlandy, the fill is 3 on his spare. And he almost came back and made another one, all except the 3. Jim now leading this 3rd string by 2, which means he's leading the match by 12. Two, 4, and 10. And yes! Pretty shot. All right, 4 boxes left for today's challenger, Joe Schifferdecker. Three, 6, and 7, with wood in front of the 7. See if he can shoot it over there. He tried, but he went a little too far to the right and missed the 3. Took out the 6. 9. One, 2, 4, and 10. No wood. Got the 1, 2, 4, sent a piece of wood flying over, but the 10 is still standing. And it's still there. So a disappointing pair of 9s. Jim Orlandy working on a spare. Got 9. The 1 pin standing is the 9 pin, and there are a couple of pieces of wood in front of it at sort of odd angles. And they did not let him get at it. That's what I was referring to when I said odd angles. Gets for 10, and now his lead is up to 25. And that's with 2 boxes left for Joe Schifferdecker. Did not get what he had left there, but he has 8 down. And 1 more. $25 pin lead with 2 boxes to go. Last chance now for Joe Schifferdecker. Everything went except the 5 pin, the king pin. For a spare, ooh, a big miss. Gets it for a 10. 80. Oh, baby. He gets 2 pins, the 1 and the 9. Another 9. So he wound up with, in the last 4 boxes, 3 9s and a 10. And Jim Orlandi has won his 2nd in a row. Now the final 2 boxes, and it will be Jim who will be defending the title against the challenge of Bob Shepard of Beverly next week. Oh, yes! He made another spare. Six, and just missed making another. 110, that's what it is, and a 365. So Jim Orlandi won the 3rd string and picked up another $50 in bonus money, and he is also our champion today as he defeats the challenge of Joe Schifferdecker, 365 to 334. We weren't able to give away a lot of money for Christmas, but I'll tell you, somebody's going to be rich sometime, because the home viewer jackpot right now is up to $1,000. And as you know, whenever we have a winner, we will empty it and we'll start all over again. But when all these weeks that keep going by with no winner just means we keep adding $50 each and every week. Now, today's total is $6.99. That means anywhere, obviously, from $6.89 to $7.09. If I pick a card with that on it, that person is $1,000 richer. But even if it's nowhere near that, as always, there will be several prizes for the person whose card is chosen. For example, these are the prizes today.
Schaefer's ballpoint and pencil set in exciting fashion colors. These fine writing instruments come gift box, are engravable, backed with Schaefer's lifetime guarantee, and made in the USA. And a Jerry Redding gift set. Conair and Jerry Redding products bring you the finest in hair care today. Jerry Redding Mousse and Milk and Honey shampoo, plus Conair professional hairstyling brushes. And Ames Deluxe pruning shears, the perfect tool to help keep your roses and other live plants and shrubs trimmed for healthier growth. They cut clean and crisp for years.
By the way, the address to send your card in with your guess as total pinfall, both bowlers combined, is Candlepin Bowling, WCVB-TV, 5 TV Place, Needham, Massachusetts, zip code number 02192. All right, let's find out whether we've got somebody who's going to be $1,000 richer. $6.89 to $7.09. Jeanette Boisvert of Kingston Road in Exeter, New Hampshire, and her guess is $7.18. Son of a gun. I know. Okay, so now it's going to be $1,050. First crack, Jim. High-low jackpot, $350. Oh, no good. Joe, would you stay here? And Jim, would you be right up behind him? Right over here, please. Thank you. You get $50 in bonus money, $350, and our sympathy for having 2 lobs called that cost you strikes.
Well, it certainly didn't help, Doc.
No, I know that, but I guess maybe you're a little too pumped up at the time or something.
It's throwing it out there.
Well, I hope you're going to be back to see us again.
Thank you very much.
Okay. And Jim, $700 plus $150 in bonus money, plus the $50 gift certificate from True Value, and the bigger trophy. And your challenger next week comes from Beverly, Bob Shepard, 130 average, you know, so we give you lots of easy ones. Don Gillis and the whole crew, we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye, everybody.